So if you're wondering what exobytes do and how to get them, we're going to take a look at that right now. Hi guys, welcome to Multiverse. So some of you guys have been asking what do exobytes do and how do we get them? Basically, exobytes, you get them at random as you play the game. As you defeat enemies, you get those exobytes at random. There's also a way to be able to get them through crafting or actually through salvaging gear. I'll show that to you in just a minute. And there's also what's it called, exo materials that you can get to try to improve the quality of the exobytes that you have. We're going to take a look at that as well. Basically, there's let's say the flawed or there should be others. Oh, there we go. So there's a pristine exobytes, there's a flawed exobytes, and there's, I forget what the other one is, solid exobytes. So you get them basically from just playing missions and defeating enemies. Sometimes you'll get them at random. You'll get them sometimes from certain missions, certain mission rewards, or you'll get them sometimes from time capsules. Some time capsules will give you some of those components. And there's also, as I mentioned, where is it again? There's also, as I mentioned, also the exo material that you can get. I'll show you how. You can see that little red light just behind my character. It also does a bit of noise. You can hear it. Eons ago, this is where we used to get exobytes. There were other ways like time capsules, but the main way to get exobytes way back when was to gather those little thingy here. That's what we used to. We had to do crafting with those way back when. And nowadays, all these really give us is exo material. Actually, give us some ant metal as well. So you can see we got 2 exo materials, and we got a whole bunch of ant material. But the ant material in the box, something you get at random after a certain amount of time defeating enemies, or sometimes just gathering collections. Sometimes you'll gather collections, and oops, you get a whole bunch of stuff like that. But in the case that we're interested right now, so basically that's how you can get exo material. What do you do with exo material? Let's go to our base and we'll take a look at that. So if you go to your crafting station, you can have one in your lair if you want to, or you can just go to the watchtower. The watchtower has crafting stations as well. There's one crafting station in each wing of the watchtower, and the same is true for the whole
intruders.
We have to go to the archives. So if you go to your crafting station, you should get a whole bunch of recipes
Scheduled patrol
for exo material or for exobytes. Basically, I've archived pretty much all of the ones I have because I never really use those. So I only keep the ones in the assembly tab that I really use, and even really use is a loose term. At some point I used it quite a bit, but I haven't used it in quite some time. You can see I've accumulated quite a few exo materials because I don't really use those anymore. But I'll show you a sample just right now. So basically you can upgrade your exobyte. Like here we have the flawed MK12 exobyte. You can upgrade it to solid MK12 exobyte by using 5 exo materials and of course the flawed exobyte itself. And the same is true with the pristine exobyte. So I'm going to show it to you, and also you can see the amount of experience you get as you increase the quality of the exobyte. The amount of experience increases as well. So if I want to craft a solid MK12 exobytes, again I need to make sure I have the correct materials, and then I just create it. It's that simple. But it's a bit pricey, like a 5 exo material to create 1 exobyte. It's a bit expensive. So once you've upgraded as many as you like, then you go to MK12 exobyte and you do the same thing. So you can upgrade those. So as long as you have exo material, you can upgrade your flawed exobyte into solid exobyte, and then you can upgrade your solid exobyte into pristine exobyte. And once you have upgraded to pristine, that's pretty much the maximum you can do. And the way to be able to get exobytes, again, either just playing missions, you'll get them as a reward sometimes, or you can salvage gear. Salvaging gear is a good way to be able to get some. So here we have some gear I got from the vault just now. So quite simply, you salvage it, and it'll give you some exobyte at random. In this case, it gave us a flawed MK12 exobyte. So again, we could start the cycle again. So once we salvage our gear and we got the flawed exobyte, then we could upgrade the flawed exobyte into a pristine, a solid exobyte, and then we upgrade the solid exobyte into a pristine exobyte. And what do you do with those exobytes? Let's take a look. It's pretty much used to reinforce augments. So you can use it to fortify augments. So you can use it to fortify augments from the right now the metal episode, and the same is true with augments from the Justice League episode. Like here you can see I still have my augments from Justice League Dark, although I can't I'm at the maximum right now. I can't upgrade them anymore. And there's also the augments from the Atlantis DLC. There was also augments for the Teen Titans DLC, but I don't think I have any of those, or if I had, I consumed them some time ago. So again, basically you go here and you use all your exobytes to be able to upgrade your augments. It's pretty much that simple. And here we've reached rank 15, so we're gonna have to break through. In order to be able to break through, we'll need some catalysts, but that's gonna be for another video. So you can use your exobytes to upgrade your adaptive augments, or you can use it to upgrade your regular augments. Here you can see I've upgraded my vital meta genes to the maximum already. So let's go to our vital. There's only one that I didn't upgrade to the max just yet. So let's go ahead and do that because we can. There's a little point to upgrading it further than rank 247. That's the maximum right now for our origin augments. But once I've maximized, let's say, my vitalization augments, I could decide to then upgrade my mighty augments. That's something I really do because I don't really care about that, but I still could do it. So sadly, for some of the exobytes, you can only stack them by stacks of 4. Like these come from the Justice League Dark DLC, so sadly once you have 4 of them, your stack is full. So sadly I did accumulate a lot of them some time ago, but my inventory is, as you can see, it's still pretty full, but it was full packed for quite a while because I was saving those for future augments. Well, for the augments we just got in the Metal DLC. So you can get exobytes from pretty much anywhere in the game, but there are some exobytes that are specific to certain content. So for example, there's some exobytes that come from the Justice League Dark DLC, and they'll give you extra experience if you use it on the Justice League Dark augments. The same is true for the metal augments. Right now we got some new exobytes that come straight from the metal DLC, and if you use them on some metal augments, you get extra experience. Doesn't really matter. In the long run, you'll have more than you need. But if you want to be able to maximize your experience and be able to upgrade your augments as quickly as possible, you should use those then on the you should use the Justice League Dark exobytes on the Justice League Dark augments, and you should use the metal exobytes on the metal augments. And the same is true for the Atlantis DLC or the Teen Titans DLC, but I don't seem to have an example of those right now. Also, you'll notice that the various exobytes have different colors. Basically, if you use an exobyte, a blue exobyte, to be able to upgrade a blue augment, you'll get extra experience. If you use a red exobyte to upgrade a red augment, again, you will get extra experience. So if you want to maximize, use the appropriate color with the appropriate exobyte, and use exobytes also from the DLC for the augments from that very same DLC, and you will get extra experience boost from that. But in the long run, it shouldn't really matter. You should be able to get more than enough exobytes to be able to upgrade all your augments. So again, you can use your exo material to upgrade your exobytes, and then you can use your exobytes to upgrade your augments, whether your origin augments or the augments you get from the latest DLC. And if you're wondering, you have a tab especially just for the augments, so you can see all the augments you have, the origin augments, and the adaptive augments that come from DLCs. Like again, you can see these come from the Atlantis DLC, and these come from the Metal Part 1 DLC. But right now, I'm pretty much still using those I got from the Justice League Dark DLC. Once I break through rank 14, then I will switch my augments. But I will make a video specifically about augments. But again, in short, you get origin augments, and then with each DLC, you get some new adaptive augments that you can replace as you see fit. And that is pretty much it for now, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to ask so in the comment section down below, and I'll see what I can do about answering your questions. So as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.